Hello, my name is Steve Zolezzi. I am the president of the Food and Beverage Association of San Diego County. And we're here to help people who are in the hospitality industry be able to be successful on an ongoing basis. One of the challenges that we have is service animals. This comes up fairly frequently. What is a service animal? How do we respond? What can we do? What can't we do inside the business? And then if we have a patio, can we be dog friendly? And what are the parameters? Because we have different rules and regulations. Inside, it's ADA, Americans with Disability Act, plus the health department. Outside on the patio, it's the health department who rules. So inside your business, if someone comes in with a dog, now a service animal by definition under ADA is a dog. Now it could be a small horse, but the likelihood of ever coming across one of those is pretty rare. They're about the size of a Labrador Retriever. They're very intelligent. They live a long time, and they are trained for the purpose, and they are listed as a valid service animal. Other than that, it's only a dog. Not any other kind of animal, only a dog. Now, there are a number of people who who make a profit off of the ADA in one way or another, Americans with Disability Act. And so there are some people, and we've had these experiences, who might come in with a dog that really looks like their pet, because a valid service dog does not have to be identified in any way, shape, or form. And the person who has it does not have to provide any written validation, certificate, permit, anything. And so they come in and it looks like, and what they're trying to do is to get you to tell them this is your pet and we're not going to let you in. You can't prove it. Well, they're recording all of this, and then you're going to get served with an ADA lawsuit. They won once they served that. They're going to get money. So what you have to do, and what you have to instruct all of your employees to do on an ongoing basis, is to take these animals, these dogs, seriously. When someone comes in, if it doesn't apparently look like it's a service dog, it might have a harness, it might have a medallion, it might have some kind of a cape on it. Many of them do, but not all of them. Then there are only two legal questions that we can actually ask them. One is this your service dog? They say yes. Okay. Then the second question that we can ask them is, what is this dog trained to do for you? You can't ask them what their disability is or anything else. And if they give you a halfway decent response on an ongoing basis, then you should allow them to enter. Now, understand that your friend here is your cell phone. And so when they come in, your employees and you should be instructed, they should be instructed, and you should pull out your cell phone and turn on the video. Record this interaction. Because otherwise, if there were to be a problem at some point down the road, it's your word against their word. The video documents everything, good, bad, or indifferent. Now, they might come up and say, well, wait a minute, you can't take my picture. Well, yes, you can, because it's a public place. It's your business. We have camera systems that monitor people wherever they're at, and that is illegal, okay? And so you document it. So you've done it correctly, okay? They come in and they sit down. Now the dog has to conform to certain requirements. It has to have a leash. It has to be on the floor. They put it in their lap. And then the face of the dog is right on the table. And they're feeding it. That's not okay. That's not a service dog. They have to put it on the floor. They don't want to do that? Then document everything that's going on and get them to conform to what they're supposed to be doing. So if the dog also, even if it's a service dog, and the dog was not bathed properly, if it was aggressive, if it was disruptive, if they wouldn't put it on the floor, if they didn't have it on a leash, then you have the right to either move them. Maybe you've got a large enough area or someplace where you could move them to where it's not going to have be a problem with other guests, or you could ask them to leave. But again, document. Okay? Now, another situation that can arise is that they're coming in and one of your customers gets up and said, look, I am allergic to dogs. If they're coming in with the dog, if that person's coming in, I'm leaving. Well, what do? Well, this is where you communicate. This is hospitality. That's what it's all about. Talk to the people. Well, can we move you? Can we move the person? We had an incident not too long ago. A restaurant, they have a regular customer comes in for lunch 3 or 4 times a week. And he is blind, legally blind, and he has a dog, a seeing eye dog. And he was coming in, and this woman, party of 4, she gets up and she starts to get a little crazy. I'm allergic. So they went over and they talked to the gentleman. They know him by name. Everybody knows him there. And he said, it's not a problem. I'll come back later. I've got to do some shopping. I'll just do the shopping first, and I'll come back later. Now, and it resolved itself. Talk to people. See what you can do to try to keep everybody as happy as possible. Now, another good thing to do is to have some signage. Now, this is a sign that we have produced. No pets allowed. Okay? Service dogs specifically trained to aid a person with a disability are welcome. So this puts people on notice. You know what you're doing. We don't want to have walls filled with too many signs, but if this is a concern for you, something like this is a great addition that will help your employer. It's not my rule. This is the law. This is what we have to do. Whenever you're enforcing a rule or a law, blame somebody else when you're dealing with the customer. You make that other entity, person, the bad guy. I'm not the bad guy here. You're my customer. I want to serve you. Okay? Now, in some cases, we have patios. Well, the health department says if you have a patio that is accessible without going through the inside of the business first, then you can be dog friendly. You can allow dogs out there. Now, they can't come through the inside of the business. This is where the health department comes in, allowing just open policy. Well, we don't care if it's a service dog. We're going to allow all dogs to come in. Well, the health department, if the inspector came in, they're going to ask you, did you scrutinize them? And is it a service dog? And you could get in trouble. You can get points deducted for that because that's not okay. So the health department has put together a whole list of criteria. This is actually now state law for the state of California that prescribes the manner in which we can allow dogs to be on our patio. It might be a good thing for you, too. Always remember that there are going to be some people who don't want to have close proximity to an animal. They're allergic, or they just don't, maybe they've had a bad experience and they just don't like it. So this is where we have to be sensitive to what people's needs are. And you have to communicate, what can we do to make you happy? Always, as opposed to just having a hard and fast rule. Now, another concern with this that has arisen in recent years are assist dogs. Dogs that are, especially dogs that are being trained for veterans who have PTSD in one shape or another. Now, depending on the application, some of these dogs are actually a service dog, but many of them they're assist dogs. Well, assist dog technically is not covered under ADA, and this is where you have to make a decision as to whether you're going to allow that dog to come in with that person or not. Remember, under ADA, you don't have to, but I think there is some leeway here. Because these are important, even though they're not listed, they might very well be listed in the future because they provide a very important service to our servicemen and women who might have a problem that their assist dog helps them with. So you have to take these case by case. Okay? If you have any questions, go to our website where we have a number of things listed. It's the word food, the letter N is in Nancy, the word beverage.org, and then just look through the listings there or get in touch with us directly. Thank you very much. Hope this is helpful to you.